There he is. That's another nice one. Hey everybody, it's Jay Ball, Blue Jays Outdoors, and welcome back to another really exciting episode to the 2021 fishing season. And like you guys saw, this episode is a bank fishing episode. We're not taking the boat out today. Trolling motor obviously has some problems. I think the casing, the lower unit, is filling full of water, so I got my technician to order a new one and hopefully get that replaced. So I had an itch. I needed to go bass fishing this morning, so I went to a local lake, did some bank fishing. Now what's interesting is it's been really cold. Earlier this week we had 2 or 3 days get below freezing at night, down to like the low 30s, upper 20s. And I think what it did is it pushed those fish out deeper, because I've been absolutely wrecking the bass on the fire craw chatterbait from Z-Man, that evergreen jackhammer, and I just couldn't get them to commit today, but I did get them to commit on something else. So you guys are not going to want to miss this, because I've got some really awesome fish catches for you guys to check out. So take a look at this one. There's one. It's a nice one too. On the jig. Oh yeah, that's a nice one. Nothing wrong with that guy. On the chompers jig. Oh yeah. Lure lipstick JB cross sauce and chompers jig. Choked it. He wanted it, that's for sure. All right, let's let her go. Nice one. Thanks for playing, girl. Go back and do your thing. Heck yeah. That felt good. Haven't got a jig bite in a while. She just like thumped it. Just slowly dragging it across the bottom. Had one miss a chatterbait. I know this water's a lot colder too. Had some pretty cold temperatures last week, so I figure these fish may not be up so shallow. They might have pushed back a little bit deeper, so I'm just dragging this chompers jig along this drop off, slowly dragging it and seeing which ones want to play. It's a nice fish. Oh, it just came off. Dang it. Man, that was a nice fish. Heavy fish. Dang it. I'm telling y'all, this lure lipstick JB crawfish gel, we release this stuff. You guys are want to get your hands on it real quick, because this stuff is potent. Who puts scent on a jig? Seriously. Who does that? Blue Jays Outdoors does. Big old carp over there jumping. Dang it, just missed him. See if I can get him on camera. I just turned and he came off a camera. Probably camera shy. He jumped 3 times. You can see the wake right there. There he is. That's another nice one. Man, they are liking this jig this morning. I did not expect one there to be one up there, because that's where that carp just jumped. Is this a bass or a northern? It's kind of fine, like a northern. Oh, it's a nice bass. Oh yeah. That is a chunky one. Look at that one. Oh yeah, look at that bass. Look at that one. Man, that one's pretty. Look at the eye on it. Heck yeah, that is a beautiful, beautiful bass, man. So pretty. Was that not just an absolute crazy hit. I mean, that bass hit that jig so hard that it actually shook the rod. Here's the jig that I'm running, guys, just so you can see it. It's a chompers jig. It's a 3/8 ounce. I think it's a green pumpkin with some orange in it, but you'll see I've got this rage tail chunk on here, this green pumpkin, and the claws are orange, and I do that by dipping those in pink dye. And I couple it with, or I pair it with the Lure Lipstick JB's crawfish gel formula, and they were absolutely chewing on this thing. I did miss one on the chatterbait, and then I do end up catching one on the Yay Bait Company Fire Craw square bill crankbait, but they're absolutely chomping on this jig. So check out these other fish catches. I just looked back at that footage, and that fish hit so hard you can actually see the rod shake. And that fish wanted it. I don't know if there was two down there or what, but man, I tell you, this chompers jig, this is a 3/8 ounce orange jig with a rage tail or rage chunk that I dipped in pink dye to turn it orange. It's a watermelon, I think, or green. It's a green pumpkin, and I dip the claws in pink dye, and it turns them orange. And then I add the Lure Lipsticks JB crawfish gel formula, and that fish absolutely wrecked that jig. I mean, just swamped it. So hopefully you guys saw that in the video. Let's keep at it. There might be some more fish on this edge right here. They don't want the chatterbait. I think they're hanging out a little bit deeper because this water's colder. So we'll see. That fish bit like there was another one with it. Like, I mean, it hit it hard. Those have all been solid fish too. I don't know if jigs draw bigger bites. I've heard that before, but I don't know. Those are really two quality fish. Just a slow drag is all I'm doing. Nothing fancy, just feeling that craw drag across the bottom. Got to remember this water's cold and those crayfish are going to be lethargic. So if you want to imitate them as best as possible, you just got to slow down. That can be tough, going from throwing a chatterbait for 2 or 3 weeks straight to having to drag a jig across the bottom. Oh man, he was right there. Crap. There's a couple fish right here. Gotta be one out there. I'm gonna try to reel this one. See if this works. I am setting myself up for a disaster. Got the rod way away from my body. It's gonna be hard to set the hook. I want to see if I can't get that whole shock. Of course, when I'm planning for it, it doesn't happen. But there he is. I don't know if I got that on video or not. Oh, he just came off. Dang it, that was a big one. I knew that was going to be a problem trying to get that on the camera like that. Dang it. That was a nice one. Ah, he smashed it too. It's hard to get a hook set when you got this rod so far away from your body. Just trying to show you guys what I was doing, just slowly reeling it in. They don't usually come off on a jig, so I just didn't get a good hook set in them. Of course. Camera's off. Not expecting to catch one up here. That's a little male. Ignore all that. Barely got him. Trying to hook myself. There we go. Just in the corner. Thanks for playing. All right. Yeah, I just worked over this other side of the lake where I haven't fished in a long time. Summertime, I usually do okay over here, but this lake just gets a lot of pressure in the summertime. So Sometimes you gotta get a little creative to get a lure, but yeah, it's a nice, I think that's an X-Wrap. So it's stuck up in that tree way up there. Just grabbed a stick and helped clean up Mother Nature and add to my tackle box. I mean, all in all, it was a pretty good day. I think I maybe caught, I think it was 3 or 4. I lost a couple other ones. I lost a big one when I was trying to reel and show you guys how slow I was reeling. But it was just really interesting because the fish patterns completely changed. Every time I've gone to this lake and bank fished, the chatterbait bite has just been on fire. I'm really glad I brought the jig today because this is the first time I've taken something other than the chatterbait. But it just goes to show you, even in the springtime, when we get these cold fronts that come through, even those fish are pushed up shallow, getting ready to spawn, they push out into the deeper water, and all those fish came off the edges. So yeah, that's the one thing I love about bass fishing, is you're always learning something new. So putting this in the memory bank, I think I'm gonna have to start taking the jig with me more often. That lake does get a lot of pressure. There was a ton of campers there, and I know people have been fishing it pretty hard. So to get the bites I got, I was really happy with it. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the 2021 fishing season. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell too, so you know anytime I post a new video. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram for daily updates on the fishing season. That's blue_J_maple_syrup. Again, thank you so much for your time, and remember, the easiest way to change your attitude is by showing gratitude. Thanks. We'll catch you in the water next time.